Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. Today, we dive into some riveting news starting with China's recent shift in policy that has given much-needed relief to its private sector, particularly the education industry. New Oriental, a tutoring firm, is making waves with a stunning 31% revenue increase, signaling a positive turnaround after years of strict regulations. Next up, we have a shocking development in Hong Kong's political landscape as former lawmaker Chim Pui-chung and his son face serious fraud charges. The district court has found them guilty, shedding light on a conspiracy that has raised eyebrows across the financial sector. This case highlights the ongoing battle against corruption in high places. Lastly, we celebrate a decade of success at Anglia International School Hong Kong, where over 1,500 students are thriving in a dynamic educational environment. The school's focus on STEAM subjects and community service is shaping well-rounded individuals ready to take on the world. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage. Reuters Breaking Views reports that China's private sector is experiencing a much-needed relaxation of regulations, particularly highlighted by the resurgence of New Oriental, a tutoring firm that faced severe setbacks due to government crackdowns on for-profit education. Once labeled as uninvestable, New Oriental has managed to rebound, with a notable 31% increase in revenue year-on-year, reaching $1.4 billion. The company's success is attributed to a strategic shift towards e-commerce and non-academic tutoring, alongside a newfound support from Beijing, which has included education services in a 20-point plan aimed at boosting consumption. This regulatory easing is also reflected in other sectors, such as gaming, suggesting a broader trend of revitalization in China's economy as private enterprises are encouraged to play a pivotal role in driving growth. South China Morning Post covers the legal troubles of former Hong Kong lawmaker Chim Pui-chung and his son, who were found guilty of conspiracy to defraud in a case involving transactions related to a publicly listed company nearly a decade ago. The elder Chim, who served in the Legislative Council from 2004 to 2012, along with his son and businesswoman Wong Po-lai, now face custody after the district court delivered its verdict. The court revealed that the Chims conspired with an associate to conceal a significant payment that would allow control over Asia Resources Holdings, a company involved in pharmaceuticals. This case underscores the ongoing scrutiny of financial misconduct in Hong Kong, highlighting the legal repercussions for those in positions of power who engage in fraudulent activities. South China Morning Post also features Anglia International School Hong Kong, celebrating its first decade of balancing academic rigor with holistic development. Since its inception in 2014, the school has expanded to accommodate over 1,500 students across 3 campuses, offering a curriculum that emphasizes STEAM subjects and global-mindedness. Principal Kenny Duncan highlights the school's commitment to personalized education and community service, encouraging students to engage with local charities and international projects. This year marks a focus on service, with students participating in initiatives such as providing meals for those in need and repairing wheelchairs using 3D printing technology. The school's approach aims to develop well-rounded individuals prepared for the challenges of the future while fostering a sense of responsibility towards global issues. South China Morning Post reports that Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba Group, made a rare appearance at the 20th anniversary of Ant Group, where he expressed confidence in the future of the fintech company and the transformative power of artificial intelligence. This marked Ma's first public address regarding Ant since its postponed IPO in late 2020. In his speech, he reflected on the opportunities the internet provided his generation and predicted that AI will usher in unprecedented changes in the next 2 decades. Despite his reduced corporate involvement, Ma remains a significant figure in China's private sector, emphasizing the need to create unique and valuable innovations as technology evolves. He also acknowledged the importance of both encouragement and criticism in fostering Ant's growth. In another captivating showcase, Bogossian's new high jewelry collection, Palace Voyages, was unveiled at the Mandarin Oriental Bangkok, celebrating the intersection of history, architecture, and exquisite craftsmanship. The collection draws inspiration from 14 iconic palaces, transforming their architectural beauty into stunning jewelry pieces. Each creation, such as the tranquil magnolia necklace and the flowing droplets set, reflects the unique characteristics of the palaces that inspired them. Ralph Bogossian, the brand's sixth-generation custodian, highlighted how studying these historical sites enriched the design process, resulting in pieces that not only dazzle but also tell a story of cultural heritage and artistry. Also covered by South China Morning Post, Hong Kong Chief Executive John Lee Ka-chew's recent government reshuffle underscores his urgency to drive progress and restore confidence in his administration. By removing 2 ministers, Lee signals his commitment to a faster pace of governance, particularly in the cultural and transportation sectors. His previous remarks about the need for timely execution of policy set the stage for this change, as he seeks to address the sluggish economy and demonstrate effectiveness to both Beijing and the public. The appointments of new ministers, praised for their past accomplishments, aim to foster better collaboration within the government, as Lee strives to shift Hong Kong from stability to prosperity in the face of mounting pressure and expectations. BBC reports on the growing fears surrounding India's ambitious Hong Kong-like development project on Great Nicobar Island, a remote and ecologically sensitive area. With plans to construct a transshipment harbor, power plant, airport, and a new township over 166 square kilometers, the project aims to bolster international trade by connecting the region to vital shipping routes. However, local anthropologist Anise Justin highlights the potential devastation this could bring to indigenous tribes, such as the Shampan, who rely on the forests for their survival. Environmentalists warn that the project could lead to significant deforestation and harm to local wildlife, raising concerns about the long-term sustainability of both the ecosystem and the indigenous way of life. South China Morning Post reveals a significant drop in early exit rates from elite secondary schools in Hong Kong, marking a shift in the educational landscape following a surge in immigration. The latest reports indicate that most top schools have seen lower withdrawal rates compared to the peak years during the city's immigration wave, with many students choosing to continue their studies locally rather than moving abroad. St. Paul's Coeducational College and Hong Kong Baptist University-affiliated school are among those reporting notable declines, suggesting a stabilization in the student population amid changing socio-political dynamics. This trend coincides with a decrease in applications for the British National, Overseas, visa, indicating a possible return to normalcy in the education sector after years of upheaval. South China Morning Post also covers the aspirations of Hong Kong's women's cricket team under the new leadership of head coach Najib Amar, who is focused on building a more competitive squad for World Cup qualification. Following a series of mixed results in recent tournaments, Amar emphasizes the importance of mental strength and confidence as key areas for improvement. With plans for more training sessions and home matches, he aims to harness the talent of younger players, particularly those in the under-19 category. As the team prepares for the upcoming qualifiers, Amar is determined to elevate their performance and ensure that Hong Kong becomes a formidable contender in international women's cricket. South China Morning Post reports that Overseas Chinese Banking Corp, OCBC, a prominent banking group in Southeast Asia, has recently inaugurated a new 76,000 square foot office in Hong Kong's Kai Tak area. This move is part of a broader strategy to expand its workforce by 10 to 15% over the next 5 years, as the bank aims to capitalize on the burgeoning wealth management opportunities in the region. Francis Hui Waihan, the COO of OCBC's Hong Kong unit, emphasized the importance of this expansion by stating that the new office is designed to accommodate new employees and enhance client engagement. The bank is also planning to open a flagship branch in a prime location, signaling its commitment to both physical and digital banking services, despite the trend among competitors to reduce physical presence. In an opinion piece, the South China Morning Post discusses the Hong Kong Investment Corporation, HKIC, which has been actively investing in innovative projects since its establishment in 2022. With a substantial fund of 62 billion Hong Kong dollars, 8 billion US dollars, HKIC aims to bolster Hong Kong's position as a hub for innovation and technology. CEO Clara Chan Ka-chai reported that the corporation has funded 80 startups, with a significant portion of these projects requiring relocation of key operations to Hong Kong. This initiative is particularly timely as the city seeks to navigate geopolitical tensions and diversify its trade relationships, especially in light of shifting dynamics with the US and UK. The positive reception of KIC's efforts, including potential collaborations with Saudi Arabia, reflects the city's ambition to enhance its economic landscape. The South China Morning Post also highlights the slow but steady modernization of Hong Kong's court system, which has been on a technological upgrade path for over a decade. Recent legislative proposals aim to expand the use of remote court hearings, a practice that gained traction during the pandemic. While this shift promises to improve efficiency, challenges remain, particularly regarding the handling of sensitive cases and ensuring the integrity of proceedings. The judiciary is also working on enhancing electronic filing systems, although adoption among law firms has been sluggish. Chief Justice Andrew Chung Kuen-ung has called for a more rapid integration of technology to meet public expectations for a more efficient and accessible legal process, underscoring the need for continued progress in modernizing the judiciary. South China Morning Post, the newly appointed CEO of New World Development, Echo Huang Xiaomei, is grappling with the daunting task of navigating the company's financial struggles amidst a significant downturn in Hong Kong's property market. Analysts predict that the company's upcoming projects in North Point and Wong Chuk Hang are likely to incur losses due to high acquisition costs and decreasing property values. The redevelopment of the former State Theatre site is particularly concerning, as the estimated costs far exceed current market forecasts for selling prices. With a staggering debt of 123.7 billion Hong Kong dollars, NWD's ability to refinance its liabilities is critical, and while some analysts remain optimistic about the company's resilience, the looming risk of default continues to cast a shadow over its financial future. South China Morning Post, in an exhilarating day of sports, Chelsea emerged victorious in a thrilling 4-3 match against Tottenham, showcasing their determination to challenge for the Premier League title. The game saw Chelsea rally from a 2-0 deficit, with pivotal penalties from Cole Palmer and goals from Jadon Sancho and Enzo Fernandez. Meanwhile, Arsenal missed a crucial opportunity to close the gap on league leaders, drawing against Fulham despite a late goal that was overturned by VAR. In the world of Formula One, Lando Norris secured a win at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, marking a significant achievement for McLaren, while South Africa celebrated a historic victory in Rugby Sevens, capturing the title on home soil after a 9-year drought. South China Morning Post, the Hong Kong Squash Open witnessed a remarkable comeback from Nuran Gohar, who clinched the women's title and reclaimed her spot as world number 1 after defeating Noor El Sherbini in a gripping final. Gohar's victory, which ended an 8-year title drought in Hong Kong, was a testament to her resilience after a lengthy injury hiatus. In contrast, Ali Farag faced disappointment in the men's final, falling short against Mostafa Asal, who celebrated a hard-fought victory. Asal expressed his relief and joy at winning in front of an enthusiastic crowd, reflecting the vibrant atmosphere of the tournament. Gohar's triumph not only marked a personal milestone but also underscored the competitive spirit and high stakes of professional squash in Hong Kong. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.